Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. In this one, we're going to talk Grand Tournament, why you should do it, and a good setup, hopefully, for you. Um, I do want to say, only 16 people qualify. I do think it's worth it to go ahead and give this event a shot and have some fun. It is essentially, it looks like a marquee stipulation tour. Um, So if you've done I believe it's called Chaotic Showboat on Marquee, it looks very similar to that scoring wise. I don't know for sure because we're not in there. You can see here the reward says it's going to be 100 Marquee tokens, at least for the first one. There's 15, so that looks like 5 matches would be my guess in each one. Your score is cumulative, so it adds up all the score from normal, hard, and hell to give you your score. I believe tickets will be claimed on the portal tomorrow, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe they'll just show up in your inventory. If not, go to the portal and grab your tickets. There's also going to be essentially um, they're calling it favoring. So you can wager once it gets to the final 16 on who you think is going to win. And you can win stuff for doing that. It sounds like rubies and web coins and stuff. As well as it also sounds like there's going to be Twitch drops and stuff. So if you watch, I think the official content creators, when they're streaming it, will have Twitch drops available. I'm not 100% sure on that. It looks like that's what the blog says. And maybe even when other people are streaming their matches, Twitch drops will be available. I guess we'll have to see where and when. But that's pretty cool. I'm all for getting some free stuff, seeing what this is about. If it's like the regular chaotic showboat, it's not too difficult, doesn't take too long. Again, I would encourage everyone to try. These marquee coins are awesome. You can get tier 5 medals with the marquee coins. So you can see I have 886 at the moment. That's from doing the marquee tours. I am saving for move damage medals. This one today is a gem damage, so that is why I haven't purchased it, to try and get a tier 5 move damage medal. You can also get tier 4s cheaper. This one is a move damage medal today, and it has a lot of different things it can roll. It can roll flat, it can roll multicolor or rainbow, or it can roll specific colors percentage. So there's a lot of different things it can be. It can take a while to get a good one, but I'm still trying to get more of them. I have 3, 2 purples and a green. Not nearly enough. So I think it's definitely going to be worth your time, both to favor people, and you're going to be able to do that for free, as well as it looks like buy more favors relatively inexpensively. If the deal that was put up on the portal by mistake early today, it looks like you can buy 50 favors for 99 cents. So we'll see if that holds true, but that might be worth $1 of my time to place some wagers on people. We'll see. I'm going to try and qualify. Typically for Showboat in the marquee, I end up in the low 20s, so I think I'll probably miss top 16, but I am going to try and qualify. I will stream that, at least the first match that I do, or two, tomorrow, right after my normal stream gets done, so you guys can see what it's like and hopefully learn what I'm doing wrong or right, and maybe make your run easier. Or if you just want to copy it, that's fine too. I should be doing that around 5 Pacific on Twitch, so that's 7 Central and 8 Eastern. So hopefully that'll help. Speaking of tomorrow, let's take a look at my Otis setup. This is what I run for the regular marquee tour. Scoring looks to be the same, so this is tentatively what I'm planning on running. I will say the key to making this work is the plate. The heavy machinery plate is a must to score big with this build. I also want to say that, to my knowledge, you probably won't have a chance at making the top 16 without Otis. I could be wrong, maybe there's someone else, but I believe that's pretty much what everyone is going to use, at least as far as I know. So heavy machinery plate. This is probably going to be the single most important thing, is your stipulation trainer. You can see my Becky's at 11K, icon of WrestleMania Becky. She had 70% more to my score. So, you know, that's a huge amount. There's going to be some people that have her much higher than my 11K. You can see at 15K she adds 100%, and all the way at 5-star gold she adds 150%. I do think everyone in the top 16 will probably end up having her at least at 15K, if not 21K. I haven't decided if I'm going to take mine to that 15K tomorrow or not. I might, because it will help me in all my marquee stipulation tours. It'll also help on yellow, where I use Showboat Lashley. So it'll have long-term good effects for me. I may, like I said, I may take her up to that 15K mark tomorrow when the coin event starts. Haven't decided all the way there yet. But that's going to be another key for you as well. Very, very important that you have her and have her leveled if you want a leaderboard. Long term, it's super useful anyway, though, as you're going to get way more bang for your buck out of stipulation. You can see the 3 moves I'm running. I do have max tour perks. I think that's important because it's +2 on a match. So every time you drop this running clothesline, it fills up the body avalanche. And the plate lets you fill up the running clothesline. So you just, as much pin bar as you have, you just keep spamming this move, then this move, this move, then this move, etc. The exploder suplex is there, so you can drop some more protect gems. If you're going to use like MP up, Shango ups, I think it's worth it to run the exploder suplex. Alternatively, when you get the pin bar close, you can run the caterpillar for yellow gems. We're going to make 11 of them and then break them if we do it that way. And if we go back to the scoring for the grand tournament, you can see that protect gems is worth the most points, and second most is yellow gems. Destroying them isn't nearly as big a deal at 40 points, and damage is 10 points. So obviously we're going to have to make almost double the amount of yellow gems to make it worth it. So if you can get the finisher off every turn and make it 11 gems for, like, I believe you get like 4 or 5 turns, that's going to add up a little bit. But if you Shango up and use the board and maybe pick a few more reds up when you end your turn, making those extra protect gems with that move is going to end up being more points. So keep that in mind. Let's go back to Otis real quick here. I'm gonna try and get the most I can out of them. I'm gonna start with the Shango and see what happens. Because basically, here, why don't I just run a match? And I'll show you how it works. You can see my entourage here. I'm maxing as many protect gems as I can. So I'm making 23 at 5-star bronze every time I hit this. I'll also show you some of the props I plan on using tomorrow that should help. So if you have these props, that can help as well. You may or may not have them. That's okay. Like I said, I think it's worth it to give it a try. If you're going to dump a bunch of money into Promoter Becky with the intent of being top 16, I do think you're going to need props. You're going to need to have your Becky maxed, and you're going to need to basically do everything very, very well to hit that top 16. I would imagine I'll probably finish 30th, if in that range, if I'm guessing. If I take Becky up another range, another notch, maybe I could get into the 20s. Just guessing. But I do think it's going to be fun to try. And I plan on doing some streaming around it. I think we can have a good time as a community. And this is the first grand tournament, so I think it can end up branching into other portions of the game other than just stip tours. So I'm going to give it a shot, see if it's pretty fun, and hopefully you guys will join me with it. Let's run this match. Obviously, it's not a stipulation match, so you'll have to use your imagination, but I can show you the idea behind it. at the very least. So like I said, max tour perks. Ideally, and I didn't change my props, I'll do that after this to show you. Ideally here, what I would do is hit the red Shango up, and then drop the snowfall gems across the top. In this case, there's a few ways you could go about it. The problem with doing a row break and breaking them all in one is you're breaking 7 gems, and you're going to miss out on hitting this move because you're going to move the pin bar. So I would Shango up, I would hit the snowfall across the top, and then I would drop this move on top of it. So let's say we did the 5 snowfalls here, I would drop it here, and we'd make 18 gems here. Then I would throw this move out, and hopefully not cover the other 2, which would be right here. And I wouldn't have. And then we're going to put this one here. Usually corners are going to be the safest. You can see though, if one black gem falls here or one blue falls here, we'll also force a pin. So try to stay away from, here's blue here, so there's really no way we can win everywhere. So we'll stay in the corner and hope a black doesn't fall here for a cascade. It's like a 1 in 6 chance, right? So then you just keep hitting this over and over, picking the corners. And then when you know you're close to the end of your turn, like we know we're going to pin, this is where if you had the finisher in instead of this move, you'd hit it. You can try and pick up some red moves either through like making a 5 match, some red gems rather. So like you could place it here, make a 5 match, potentially get the wild card to make these 3, or we can go like this kind of number and do a row break and catch 1 red and start filling it up that way naturally. But you'll probably be using props each turn as well, so keep that in mind. But that's what you're going to do, and then just cycle it over and over, getting as many protect gems out as you can. So that's what a cycle would look like. As for the props that I plan on bringing, let's change those out real quick. Doesn't hurt to do that. I don't think I'll need props before then anyway, right? So you can also, if you're going against a sub guy, you can take a Shango down just in case they get their sub out, or you could take a show of heart up like green just to make sure you can get started. This prop, if you have it, is going to be super clutch. Move the pin bar 3 notches to the left. I think it's a VIP vault one, so a lot of you may not have it. That certainly will play a huge part in how many times you can cycle. That would be potentially an advantage I have over some people if you don't have that. So I'm definitely bringing that one. And I'm going to bring the red Shango up. Alternatively, you could also run, if you have a yellow MP steel, you could run that, as it won't move the pin bar if the opponent has yellow. This one doesn't. But potentially you could do that too if someone has a couple yellow gems, so you could use that. I think those are really the big ones. I'm told this one does not add points when you use it. I've never tried it myself, but other people I've talked to have, so that won't work by throwing protect gems out there. At least that's what I'm told, so I'm not going to bother bringing that. So I think the big ones I'll bring will be Shango, prop to the left, and then MP down for their primary color if I need it. Definitely don't want to run MP to the right. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to look like tomorrow. In this case, I would use red if I was worried about it. But yeah, hopefully that helps, guys. I'll take a look now at Dango. I think he's a good secondary option. I do want to call out, I don't believe there's any way you can leaderboard with Dango, so don't spend a bunch of coin on Becky expecting to leaderboard. I don't think it'll work. However, you can certainly use this build on your marquee tour. Try and get those marquee tickets to run it with him. I think tricolor would be pretty effective. You could also go double red. You could go double purple. That opens up a lot of different ways you could run him. Here's a few different plates you could put on him. You could use a boss plate, time once again, aftershock, all different plates you could put on Dango. I don't use him, so I talked to a couple guys who use him for stipulation or have in the past, and this was one of the setups. Like I said, the other ones you can run are like double red, but ideally with this one, you're going to get your choose protect gems out. These trainers would be the coaches would be the same that I was running on Otis, so Bailey and Earthquake if you have them for the extra protect gems. So you're choosing the protect gems and you're making 10 of them yellow, which will load the finisher. You can set up cascades, 5 matches into swipes, a lot of different things you can do with that. Another setup you can run is this one. Then obviously you wouldn't need the protect gem trainers. You could use Mickey at the coach spot, so you're destroying more random yellow gems if you have Mickey right here. You do risk a pin, obviously, but you could run Mickey with the double yellow, and that move, if you have max tour perks, should still start with Sting or Butch. So you can just hit the Falcon Arrow, and then hit the Last Dance, and then next turn you can turn those Protect Gems yellow, hopefully getting you at least 10 MP to hit the Last Dance again. So you can do it that way. You could also potentially run double purple and just and time once again. So you're choosing yellows, and then when you swipe a purple, it can give you yellow. Not going to be as easy to recycle, but you could do that as well. And then throwing your choose protects out too. So there's a few different ways you could run Dango. If you just want to make sure you can 3-star and complete it, Dango should be able to do that. I think another possibility would be Showboat Macho could possibly do it for you, as his moves are really low charge. And we can take a look at him. No one I talked to mentioned that they were actively using him, but I do think everyone pretty much has access to him, and he could potentially at least 3-star it for you, if not leaderboard. But if you want to have fun and 3-star it, I definitely think Macho could do it. You're choosing 3 gems to make into protect, and you can make randoms right here as well. So I would probably run it this way, is what I would do. Load up on as many protect gem, you know, essentially set them up like I have Otis set up, where you're choosing a bunch of them. Maybe do starting red gems on the board so you can get some red matches. It's going to be dependent on getting red matches. You could use Aftershock, so a green or red match helps fill it up. But I think it's possible you could at least 3-star it with his low charge moves. So you could hit every red match. You know, if you have X-Pacs, if you don't have tour perks, you could throw X-Pac on. So every red match, you're loading it up. Not the greatest, but that's another possibility, I suppose. So hopefully that helps you guys, not just for this, but also for Marquee Showboat. And I think it's worth doing, just because you can get some marquee tickets, not marquee tickets, I'm sorry, marquee currency that would normally require you to buy tickets from the regular stipulation store. And you can start getting stuff to get those 5-star tokens. So the regular one sells marquee tickets at 15,000 regular currency right here from regular stipulation tours, and it takes 95 to do a hell mode run. So that's, you know, a decent chunk of stipulation credits right there. So absolutely think it's worth doing. I'm going to be placing some of the favors, as they're calling it, down. You can earn, it sounds like, rubies and web coins, so I'm all in for some free stuff. I have Twitch on in the background, sometimes maybe actively chatting, other times, but trying to get some Twitch drops sounds cool to me. So hopefully you guys will join me. I'll be streaming it. off and on, streaming the rounds, kind of checking it out, or at least doing videos if not streaming, just to have a good time with it and have some fun. It's something new in Champions. We don't get it very often, so I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully you'll join me. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps you get ready for the big grand tournament. And let me know what you think in the comments. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching and good luck.